Air Force One is on the field. So they're not sure what it was, but apparently there was like a drone that came in too close to approximate the airport, and they had to scramble some helicopters to go and investigate that. In the meantime, they're basically doing what's called a ground stop to prevent any aircraft movements and deal with that. So they don't really have a time frame for us. I don't think it's going to be any more than a few minutes more. If it does get delayed any further, we'll definitely keep you guys posted. For now, that's what's going on. We do apologize that the delay is kind of pretty much out of our control here. So we're just going to hang tight here for a few more minutes. Hopefully we'll be here for you shortly. Once again, we do appreciate you guys being patient with us. And, also, I know we're stopped, and you guys, there may be people looking.
They aren't just testing our borders anymore. They're testing the president's pulse. While a lot of these pundits are going to be arguing about, flight delays in Palm Beach, 10 of our finest were just medevaced from a Saudi Arabian airbase after a drone strike. And I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't a coincidence, folks. This is a synchronized airspace blackout. And I'm going to show you the playbook that Iran is using to blind the eagle. This morning, a drone sighting near Air Force One triggered a temporary PBI ground stop. And that is coming specifically from Delta Airlines. And I've played the clip just a second ago of the pilot saying that helicopters were scrambled to get this drone, this unidentified aircraft, away from Air Force One. The President of the United States flies in and out of Palm Beach International Airport on a weekly, sometimes daily basis, back and forth from D.C. to Mar-a-Lago. And it very well could be one of the most dangerous situations because you and I know where he flies in and out of. And so does all the bad guys. So do all the people that want to get rid of him. There have been ties that have been shown with Butler, Pennsylvania, and now with the amount of drone traffic, drone incidents, drone attack in the Middle East, this is here. This is in our backyard. This is in the president's backyard. This drone near this Florida airport during Trump's Air Force One departure triggers a security response. Is this what it's going to take for something to happen? Now, I know the previous president allowed air balloons to fly freely over the United States, probably gathering intel and other security information, maybe mapping things. I don't know. We saw all the drones over New Jersey. That was quickly swept away. All the, quote, anti-gravitic drones, to quote Sean Palmisano, that we've not found anything about. And now it's shut down an airport where the President of the United States flies in and out. And a lot of his cabinet and staff are on that plane. Is this a dry run? Are we just going to wait until something happens before we actually do something? You can see here, these are the helicopters being scrambled to chase this drone away. You can see here, these are the helicopters being scrambled to chase this drone away. I don't know how hard it is for them to find who is responsible for this. I would think with the amazing law enforcement and FBI that we have, that we would be able to find out what is happening or who is running this. This is an op. This is a test. They are testing the boundaries of what we will allow. They're testing the boundaries of what we will accept. They're testing how far our security apparatus will go to keep the President of the United States safe. And it doesn't look real good right now. It doesn't look good for the security that the president has. You can see here, Air Force One finally got off the ground and hopefully lands safely back in Washington, D.C. We've taken out about 12 or 13 Ayatollahs. Iran has nothing to lose right now. We know that there are probably sleeper cells here in the United States. We know what they've been up to on various Air Force bases, Barksdale Air Force Base down in Louisiana.
Jen, what have you learned about the U.S. military base in Louisiana that faced this wave of unexplained drone incursions earlier this month?
Brett, Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana, home to the long-range B-52 bombers and a key nuclear hub, faced a week-long shelter-in-place order earlier this month after waves of unauthorized drones were spotted for several hours over the base. According to a base spokesperson, we are working closely with federal and local law enforcement agencies to investigate these incursions. Brett?
Okay, that's strange. We'll follow that one. Thank you.
It is strange. It's not only strange, it's dangerous. That's where I'm at right now. It is extremely dangerous for the President of the United States to be subjected to this. This is a security collapse, a security breakdown. And I'm going to tell you right now, after spending 20 years on submarines, if you lose the ability to detect enemy threats around you, if you shut down the sonar, if you shut down the radar, if you shut down your close proximity threat assertion, detection, you're opening this up for a disaster. And they're trying to create an actual tactical blind spot, which is large enough to drive a damn carrier battle group through. And they just brought that same harassment to the president's front door at Palm Beach International. But the intel is there. And at some point, we're going to take these threats seriously. But what happens before then? Do we allow this to continue? These drone attacks? They're happening in the Middle East. But it's okay. It's over there. It'll never happen here. We'll never see any of these sleeper cells active in our own, on our own soil. But it's starting to look like that's exactly what's happening. You can see here, these service members injured in Saudi Arabia, drone strike on this air base, these KC-135 Strato tankers, one of them absolutely destroyed by a drone attack there. Are we going to wait until that's Air Force One? These service members being attacked on foreign soil, huge. We have figured out how they're doing things. Iran comes out and issues a warning saying the arrival of the United States troops is to set them on ablaze. They're almost goading us into this, almost some kind of trap that they want us to come into. We've got more firepower headed into the Middle East, headed into the Straits of Hormuz, and that's extremely important. But we've got problems right here at home that need to be assessed, need to be shut down, is what needs to happen. While all this focus is on the Middle East is here. The people that want to do bad things to the president are in his backyard. They're minutes from where Mar-a-Lago is. You can see here the capabilities that they have in Iran. But to think that those capabilities are there and not here, some of that uranium, could that have been on one of these drones trying to get close to the president's plane? I think it's a real possibility. We've got a lot of problems. We have a wide open Congress, a wide open Senate, and I say that because they're not taking any actions to secure our elections. The president secured our border, but the people that are already here are the problem. And it could take years to find them all and root them out and get them out of our country. But as the threat assessment ramps up in the Middle East, what's going to happen here? Are you going to see some of these people that were waving Iranian regime flags at protest here in the United States? Are you going to see them engage? Are you going to see them, quote, activated, called to service? I think that is the real problem and the real question you need to ask yourself, what's going to happen and will it be too late? Because I believe something will happen. But I hope we take some actions against these drones flying around causing security concerns before something really bad actually occurs. This is the Ben Dykes Show. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.